Alright, so today's blind taste test is going to be a video called Libs of TikTok Cringe Compilation 2022. It's from a channel called SJW Triggered. I don't know why I keep coming back to this one. It's just one of the funnier ones. I really like Odin's Men a lot, but I don't want to talk over the guy because he's so good at what he does that it just wouldn't be fair to him. But that's a fantastic channel. Odin's Men, all one word. All right, let's do this. I don't know if it's loud enough or not because I have a fan on because it's like 80 degrees in this apartment and we just got 7 feet of snow. So I don't know what one has to do with the other because I didn't have the heat on during the entire blizzard and there was nothing I could do about it. But anyway, I'm getting lost in my thoughts. All right, here we go. Coming to the dark side. Nobody cares if you're triggered. Nobody except you. Because you know what marginalized groups are? They're just useless people who are desperate to feel important. Get a job while I chug down this cottonmouth. It's legit. I'm a walking cripple. I already have one ass cheek in a wheelchair. All right, let's do this. No more fucking around.
It's International Pronouns Day. I'm a non-binary elementary school teacher, so here's how I talk to my.
I'm a non-binary grade school teacher. Might as well be. I'm a pedophile. Straight up, full stop. You're just a child molester who wants to destroy another kid. And I hope you never come across me because I've been fantasizing about murdering child molesters since I was 15 years old because I was a victim of it in foster care in multiple different families on multiple different occasions. So, yeah, stay away from me or you'll be dead.
Things about pronouns and such. Hi, my name is Mix K. It's Mix. So kind of like Cookie Mix.
They're doing this shit to kids in kindergarten. And you know what? It's just as appalling and disgusting as brainwashing children politically and religiously as kids. Because you know, if you waited until they were adults to soak all that shit in, all they would do is laugh at you. So you people are no better.
Or mixing bowl, that sort of thing. That's how it's pronounced. That is my name. That is the name that I'm comfortable with. It is the name that makes me happy, and I would like it if you referred to me as such.
I don't fucking
See, I'm not a
care.
Mr. or a Miss, so I go by Mix because that's what makes me happy. Now, you have a name that you like to be called other than the name that's on the paper, right?
No, because they're not fucking crazy. Unless they have a nickname like Tex or the Dragon Chaser.
It's the same thing for me. I have a name that I prefer to be called, and that's the one that you're going to use for me, okay? Now, I don't consider myself to be a boy or a girl. I just see myself as a
Well, I think we at least can agree that you're morbidly obese.
person. So that's why I go by Mix. So I'm actually non-binary. I'm not really comfortable with feminine terms being used for me. If you can find some alternatives, that would be great. My pronouns are they, them, and she, her. Thank you so much for asking. What are yours? Talking about gender.
I don't care. Let's get past this fucking pig. All right.
Was non-binary back in May, and now we're back at the beginning of the school year.
What is this all non-binary pedophile
But
teachers?
there are moments like this past Friday that make my job worth it. I've been working in the library for the past few weeks as a specialist teacher.
This lady is 300 pounds.
Because we don't have our teacher yet. And a week ago or so, one of my students called me like, yes, ma'am. And I said what I usually say, which is, I'm not a ma'am, but I appreciate the sentiment.
I'm not a ma'am, but I appreciate the sentiment. But Donald Trump is the reason that Republicans are sweeping the elections.
Now, they were all confused because they didn't know what to call me. And I didn't have really an answer for them at the time. I was just like, honestly, you don't have to use anything. I don't really know. Then this past Friday, I had them again, and one of the students raised their hand and was like, last week you said we couldn't call you ma'am, so what should we call you? And I had a thought. In a moment decision, I looked at my kids and I said, you know what, you can call me Captain, because that'd be funny. There is now a solid at least 10 fifth grade boys who are now calling me Captain K.
Homecoming Queen is a dude.
Is the Blue Bear.
The Homecoming Queen is a king. So it's two. Did they both win Queen? I don't know, but I've seen all I need to see here.
And then you can safety pin them to the underwear so they don't move around or fall down your pant leg. Have fabric on the back to prevent itchiness. And they're made from local, naturally dyed wool. If this looks like euphoria to you, DM me on Insta to learn more or to order one.
All right, I have no idea what the fuck that guy was talking about, but he had a nose ring. Women generally don't even look good with nose rings. If you're a teenager or a grown man and you're thinking about getting a nose ring, do the opposite of that. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm Cody, pronouns em, er, z's, and zers, or really any male pronouns that aren't z, her, hers. I am a white, transmasculine, femme, non-binary, temporarily mostly able-bodied, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, culturally Jewish, Unitarian universe.
That's all long form for I belong in a mental hospital for the rest of my life.
Universalist, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery.
3 ways to let your friends know what gender you're feeling today. Gender.
Again, nobody cares what gender you're feeling. We care what gender you were assigned to at birth. These fucking kids are screwed. You know, you want to believe that adults actually care about the children, but then they do shit like this, on top of making a pedophile the president. These kids are being set up for failure before they're even born by selfish, worthless, disgusting animals that decided to have kids. That's another thing about you people who say that your life is meaningless if you don't have kids. You know what? Some people just aren't meant to be parents, and this is why, among other reasons.
Pierre said that you don't have to do any of these. These are just things that I do. 1. Pronoun bracelets. You can get different colored bracelets.
Pronoun bracelets.
For example, this one says she, her. This one says he, him. And this one says they, them. The colors also correspond to how I'm feeling. So black usually goes with my black male outfit. This usually goes with like my pink female outfit. And this usually goes with my non-binary outfit. Just a way to let your friends know what gender you're feeling today and how they can address it. Pins are also another...
I gotta dress you any way I fucking want to. Fuck kids. I understand that I'm old because I'm 41, but I'm not so old that I wouldn't be able to understand something if it made sense. None of that makes sense, and I'm supposed to pretend it does. That's not because I'm old. That's because the left is batshit fucking crazy and needs to be taken out behind the shed.
Good option, for example, I had this one.
This is child. Where's CPS when this shit happens to these kids? If you care about the children so much.
I'm putting non-binary. 2. Clothing. Personally, I present very typically masculine when I'm feeling.
That's because you're a
guy, and I present more ambiguously when I'm feeling like a non-binary, and when I'm feeling like a girl, I usually wear loads of pink. But anyone can wear anything that they want to, and it doesn't necessarily depend on gender. And finally, letting your friends know. Just tell them. That's it. Just tell them when you meet them. I'm feeling like this today, and can you dress me like this?
Back to pronouns. So if you don't know me, I teach middle school, and I get a lot of back and forth on my For You page.
another pedophile who teaches middle school. I'm stunned.
About the generation that's coming up now. But
there wouldn't be a drag queen or a thing like this lady in any public school in America if Republicans were in charge of America, because Democrats would denounce it just like that. Worthless fucking hypocrites.
I will say, one of the coolest things about this generation is that they really have tapped into who they are, what they believe, all of that.
No, they're getting brainwashed by people who are only pretending to care about them to satisfy political agendas. That's why you had them walking out of school to protest their constitutional right to own a gun. You fucking worthless scumbags.
So specifically, I have one student, well, I've had three, but one student today came up to me and told me that they wanted me to change their pronouns and they would prefer if I referred to them as a different name. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, that's just the respectful thing, right?
The respectful thing is for a mentally ill child to be respected by the teacher for being mentally ill. I understand I'm old.
But in my mind, I was just like, how cool is it to just know that you feel a certain way and that you want to be who you are? And like, I did not have that kind of security when I was in middle school.
Yeah, it's because the world hadn't gone completely fucking crazy 30 years ago.
But like, it just makes me really proud of the kind of people that they're becoming because they know what they want and they know who they are.
Excuse me.
That's really cool to watch. Respect the pronouns.
Hi everyone! I don't think I've done like a general introduction yet as to who I am, so I thought I would do that now. Hi, my name...
This pedophile has half of a head of hair. This side is shaved, maybe. And he's dressed like Avril Lavigne dressed when she first became popular. This is horrifying. You know why I'm able to control my depression and anxiety? It's because instead of exploiting it for attention, I actually make the effort to treat it and try to keep it on the low. That's why I'm still sane, and there's people like him. I'll put the link in the description so you can see this shit. It's almost over. There's like 20 seconds left.
Miss Bunny, and I use fun pronouns. So who am I? I am a gender fluid, trans, femme, pan-romantic, great ace, white passing...
Enjoyed that video, and even if you didn't, I don't care. Be sure to hit the like button so that